Hello friends, today I am going to discuss on memory address calculation in arrays. Now from this lecture you are in a position to find out how the address is calculated in a single dimension array as well as in a 2D array. Memories consist of a number of cells or locations, each of which can store a piece of information. That piece of information can be any instruction or it can be any data. Now, each cell has a number called its address by which programs can refer to it. Now, definitely when we have a different number of cells, then we should have some mechanism to access the information from that cell. So that's why every cell is having a unique address. So if a memory has n number of cells, they will have address 0 to n minus 1. All cells in a memory contain the same number of bits. It means the size of every location is same. Now this is going to be clear from this diagram that this is how the computer system memory uh, actually it's just a pictorial representation where we can see that we have a memory which is divided into different number of cells and their addresses are varying from 0 to n minus 1. Now here you can see that the size of each cell is equals to 1 byte, and in terms of bit it is going to be 8 bits. So this is actually the minimum size, and it means every cell is equals to 1 byte. So you will not get any cell which is going to be more than 1 byte. So in this way we can see that the size of every cell is going to be same. Now we will see that how we are going to calculate the memory address if I am using a single dimension array. Now, if you're using a Java language, then with the help of this statement, we can create a single dimension array. Now, this statement will do what? It is going to create a 5 blocks where you can store your 5 numbers. Now, from the programmer point of view, we can access these blocks by the array name and their index numbers or their subscript value. So if I want to access the first element, then I can use A of 0. If I have to access the second element, then I can go for A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, and A of 4. So these things which you can use in the program, but how they are internally managed. See here, I am just taking an hypothetical address. Say my first address of the element is 2000. Then the address of the next element you can get at 2004. Then the third element you will get at 2008. And then we have 2012 and then we have 2016. Now why we have a difference of 4? It is because we have created an array of integer type where the size of int is 4 byte. So it means your first number will take 4 bytes in the memory. So that's why the address from 2000 to 2003 is allocated for your first value. And then 2004 to 2007 is allocated for the second element. And then so on. So now definitely it is not possible to keep all the addresses. So what we have is that the array name is always pointing to the base address. So now from this, the base address is 2000 because that is the address of the first element. So here the address name refers to the base address. So if you have a base address, because I have a base address now. Now if somebody asks you to find the address of A of 3, so how we can get the address of A of 3? Like from the picture it is clear that it is 2012, but how it is internally calculated? Now see here, since we have a base address plus Now A of 3, from this we can get that I have to fetch the information which is at index number 3, and that index is going to be multiplied with the data size, that is 4, and the answer is going to be 2012. So in this way, the computer internally calculates the address the of any specific location. Now the question comes, now from this we can derive the formula also, that the formula is base address plus index into size of type. This is all which you can do in the case of a single dimension array, but if you are using a 2D array. So if you are using a 2D array, then we first see that what is the statement to create a 2D array. In Java language, if I am using a Java language, then I can create a 2D array with the help of the statement. Now what the statement will do? The statement is going to create an array having 3 rows and 4 columns, where the row number and column numbers will vary from 0 to 2 and 0 to 3. Then if I am taking an hypothetical addresses, and suppose the first address is at 2000, then you can see that the next element is at 2004 if you are moving a row wise. So if you're moving a row wise, then you can see that the addresses are allocated contiguously. Now this type of distribution is called row wise distribution of address, or you can say row major. Now in this case also, the array name is always pointing to the base address. Now if you have a 2D array and if somebody asks you to find the address of A1 of 2, now the question comes, how we can find the address A1 of 2. See here, there's a formula to find the address. This formula is base address plus n into I minus LR plus j minus LC into data size. Now what these variables components refers to, here the value n refers to the number of elements in each row. Like in this case, we have 4 elements in each row because we are moving row wise. The addresses are allocated row wise, so we have to see that how many elements you have in each row. Then I refers to the index value of row. Like in this case, when we have an array of A, we are looking for an address A1 of 2. So here A1 of 2, the 1 refers to the column and 1 refers to the row and 2 refers to the column. So I is referring, so the value of I is going to be 1 and the value of j is going to be 2. So j refers to the index value of column, and LR refers to the lower limit of row, and LC refers to the lower limit of column. So lower limit of row means the point, the index from where the first element starts. So you can see from this figure that the lower index of row and column both are at 0. Then the data size is going to be 4 here. So it means if we will put all these values in the formula, then it is going to be, then you're going to have this expression. So if you will move ahead and solve this expression, then your final answer is going to be 2024. And now from the figure, it is verified that your address is 2024. This is A1 and column 2. Now let's see the another way. Suppose I am creating a 2D array, but in this case, the addresses are allocated column wise. See, we have an addresses allocated column wise. Now, if the addresses are allocated column wise, then this is called column wise distribution of address, or you can say a column major. Now here also the address, the array name is pointing to the first address. But suppose in this case, if you have to find the address A1 of 2, then you can see here that the address A1 of 2 is 2028, which was 2024 in the case of row major. So now it means the address is now changed. Now the question comes, if we have a row, if we have a column major, then how we can calculate the address A1 of 2? So we have to use a different formula. The formula will goes like this, that we have a base address plus n into j minus lc plus I minus lr into data size. So here also the value of n refers to the number of elements in each column. Why? Because here the addresses are allocated column wise. Then we have I, which refers to the index value of row, j refers to the index value of column, and lr refers to the lower limit of row, and lc refers to the lower limit of column. So if you will put all these values, then it will go like this. The value of n is 3 because the number of rows are 3. I is 1, j is 2 because I'm looking for an address A1 of 2. LR is 0 and LC is 0. So if you will, and the data size is going to be 4. Now, if you will put all these values, then your expression will go like this. And then finally, you will get the address 2028, which you can verify from this. So why we are using the formula? We are using the formula because sometimes they will give you an array where the size of row and column are too big, which you cannot draw, draw a picture. So it means then you have to rely on formula to fetch the address of any specific location. Now I am going to show you the 3 problems which are based on the memory address calculation. So see the first question here, that an array A10 of 20 is stored in the memory with each element requiring 2 bytes of storage. If the base address is 400, determine the location of A13 when the array is stored row major bytes. This is how you will get the problems in your examination, that where the size of the array they have given the size of each location, they have given the base address, and you have to find the location of A13 where the array is stored row major bytes. So it means in this case we have to use a formula of row major which goes like this. Okay, now here the base address is 400, which is given in the question. The value of n is 20. Why the value of n is 20? Because it is row major wise. In the case of row major wise, we have to find out the number of columns. So here the number of columns are 20. Then the value of I is 8. The value of j is 13, which you are looking for. The LR is 0 and the LC is 0. The data size is 2 bytes. So all these values are given in the question. So you have to simply output all these values in the formula, and then if you will solve the expression, then it will go like this, and final answer is going to be 746, which is the address of A813. Now let's see the question number 2. If we have an array A25 by 30 is stored in the memory with each element requiring 4 bytes of storage. If the address of A11 is 1000, determine the location of A1210 when the array is stored column major wise. Now here they have given the array is stored column major wise, so we have to use the formula of column major wise, which goes like this. Now again, if you will, what are the things which are given in the question? The base address is given as 1000. This is the address of the first element. The value of n is 25. Now why? Because in the case of column major, we have to count the number of rows. So here the number of rows are 25. Now I is 12 because I'm looking for an address A1210. The value of j is 10. The value of LR is 1. Now again, you can see that they have given that the address A11 is 1000, means this is actually the base address where the first element starts. So you can see here the first element starts from 1 and 1. So we have to put all these values. We have to take the value of lower limit of the row as 1 and the lower limit of the column as 1. Then data size is going to be 4. If you will put the values in this expression, then it will go like this. And the final answer is going to be 1944, which is the address of A1210. Now the next question is a little bit different, because here the array size they have given in a very different way. That we have an array A minus 15 dot 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 10 comma 15 dot 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 40 is stored in the memory with each element requiring 1 bytes of storage. If the base address is 1500, determine the location of A520 when the array is stored column major wise. Now here the column major wise means we have to use the formula of column major. The formula goes like this: base address plus n into j minus lc plus I minus lr into data size. Now again from the question, It is clear that the base address is 1500. Then here, see how we can count the number of elements in each row. So here the range of the address, the range of the location they have given as -15 dot 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 10. So it means the lower limit of the column is of the row is -15 and the upper limit of the row is 10. Similarly, 15 dot 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 40 means the lower limit of the column is 15 and the upper limit of the column is 40. So in such cases, whenever we have to find the number of elements, then we have to use the formula UR minus LR plus 1. So if we will put UR, what is UR? The value of UR is 10 and the value of LR is -15. So if and plus 1. So the number of elements are going to be 26. This is how we can find the number of element in each row in the case of column major. So I is 5 because we are looking for an address A520. The value of J is 20. And then the lower limit of the row is -15 and the lower limit of the column is 15. Then the data size is 1 byte. So if we will put all these values then and solve the expression, then the final answer is going to be 1650. So hope that with the help of these three questions, you are now in a position to solve any problem which are based on memory address. So I hope that you like this lecture and your concept is going to be clear. Thank you very much.